So, before we continue, I feel like I should probably clarify a thing or two that I may have either danced around or maybe missaid inaccurately in the last part, mainly regarding the Mantid and the Klaxi here. So, I guess I can talk about this because I've already done a video on the Siege of Orgrimmar. So, these guys that we are going around awakening, well, yeah. We actually end up fighting all these guys. All these paragons were going around waking up, including Kilrook. You know? Like, some of these guys we haven't even encountered yet. Or awakened yet. But Kaztik, Corvin, Skier, and also, by the way, Kovak is also in that fight. Now, he's a trash mob, and I guess you could probably say we end up killing him. The thing is, though, from what I understand, there are dailies involving Kovak where you actually train him like a pet, including things like Play Dead. In fact, he is a pet drop from that fight. So whether or not he actually dies in lore, well, that's probably a little debatable, because we actually kill him before the fight, but we can get him as a pet, so maybe he just played dead or regened back to life, and I don't know. But I guess I should really clarify, because you're probably wondering, well, why do they end up fighting us? So here's the odd, interesting thing about the Klaxi. They are very against the Shah. That's why they are working with us against the Shah of Fear. Now, you know, the layers and complexities of that, they see what the Shah are doing, just kind of ruining their empire and such. And there's other layers to it. The main thing to keep in mind, though, is that they are vehemently against the Shah. However, the reason they end up fighting us in the Siege of Orgrimmar is because of what happens later when we uncover the heart of Y'Shaarj. Because here's the interesting thing. They are very against the Shah, but they are ultimately devoted and loyal to the old gods. Specifically, Y'Shaarj. They dedicated and committed their loyalty and devotion to Y'Shaarj way, way long ago. So when the heart gets uncovered and its whispers basically call out to the Mantid and the Klaxi to serve him, they answer that call, basically helping Garrosh, but they're ultimately trying to serve Y'Shaarj because the heart is still there. Now, again, Y'Shaarj is dead, but they still serve the whispers of what remains, its heart. Now, you're probably saying, well, why wouldn't they then serve the Shah? Because the Shah are more of a byproduct of what remains of Y'Shaarj, not necessarily what actually is a part of or remains of Y'Shaarj. The Shah are not Y'Shaarj themselves. They are a creation from what remained of Y'Shaarj. It's different. So they don't see the Shah as Y'Shaarj or part of Y'Shaarj. It's a different thing to them. So they are ultimately against the Shah, but the moment that heart comes out, they recommit their loyalty to Y'Shaarj, and that's why they ultimately face us. And it's worth noting, they don't necessarily want to fight us, because after our time here, we are exalted with them, and they consider us a revered and exalted ally. They don't consider, like, they are still our enemy, don't get me wrong. The thing is, I was kind of dancing on whether or not they are evil. It's more so a foolish, committed loyalty to the old gods, because they are pro-old gods, and we are not. And that's kind of where the dividing line between us and the Mantid are. They would never end up being an actual, like, ally in the, like, the best sense of the word. We are kind of temporary. This is kind of a enemy of my enemy situation. but they're not really our friends. This is kind of a temporary truce alliance thing to help, because we are here ultimately to deal with the Shaw of Fear. They also want us to deal with the Shaw of Fear. So they're like, okay, since we're both going after the same thing, let's work together for the time being. Once we take care of the Shaw and Yasharaj comes back, that allegiance basically goes away. And that's when, and it's kind of that interesting sense of we are going around spending our time here, awakening these paragons, getting to know them, working with them, and we're ultimately going to have to kill them. And it's worth noting, we're not just going to end up killing the paragons here in the raid. By the end of the other raid, not Siege of Orgrimmar, but the Heart of Fear, we basically take out all of their leadership here, like their military leadership and everything. We take out one of their great viziers, one of their, their generals, one of their great scientists, and of course the Empress. So we basically, other than these guys here, but we'll see how that goes throughout the rest of the time here. The Mantid by the end of Pandaria, without their leadership and without their paragons, are basically it's highly unlikely the Mantid are ever going to recover from this. This is going to be a situation that the Mantid may never fully recover, and we may end up seeing the end of the Mantid as a species in a way, matter of speaking, for a very long time, if ever. Now, I would not mind seeing Blizzard bring the Mantid back in terms of if they actually have something in mind planned out of what they want to do with them, because I find the Mantid very fascinating as a race, as a culture. There's a reason why the Dread Waste is one of my favorite zones in not just the expansion but all of WoW, just because I find it so interesting, and this interacting with them is so interesting. So I would love to get more with them. It's like how many of us loved the Nerubians in Wrath, but we didn't get as much of them as we would like. Now we're going to get more of them in War Within. I wouldn't mind if somehow they recover, but maybe in their recovery, because we have defeated the old gods, and because Yasharaj is ultimately gone by the end of Pandaria, then maybe that loyalty to the old gods that they had may end up not existing anymore, because if they don't exist anymore, they can't really continue to be loyal to them unless they are true actual zealots, which you could probably say some of the Mantid actually are zealots for the old gods, but it's not quite like that. It's a little different. Keep in mind that a lot of them are trying to reinforce their loyalty through fear, through the fear that they are feeling and experiencing during the time that the Shaw of Fear is having a massive influence in this zone. There's a lot of complexity to this, which is why I want to take a moment to clarify what I was talking about, or trying to talk about yesterday. Now, what I'm actually going to do, we're actually going to take a little break from our time here with the Klaxivas here, because I actually want to go ahead and do the other main quests in these areas here, since I've heard that doing some of those can actually go ahead and unlock some other stuff that has to do with these guys here, including another 1 or 2 more paragons, since on awakening all 9 of them is an actual achievement. In fact, I will actually get a title from getting exalted and awakening all 9 of them called the Awakener, which I think is a kind of cool title, since they have been referring that to me as that the whole time I've been here. And it's a very revered title for them, they are the Awakener, So for the time being, let's go over here and see what's going on. Hello? Some brew gardens. Huh. In the Dread Way. Wow, you guys are brave. A storm stout? Excuse me.
You are most welcome.
So he's called Sapmaster, and then this guy over here's title is called the Chuggernaut. Gosh, I love Pandarans. Greetings, friend. Can I get you a mug of anything? What are you all doing here? That's a good question. We're actually a strange lot. Not many Pandaren choose to live on this side of the wall. In short, we are making beer. Not just any beer, though. Beer brewed with the sap of the great Kaipari trees. Oh, by the way, apparently there is an issue with some authentication on the servers right now for Blizzard. So if I actually end up having to make an edit or so during this video because it, say, disconnected me or something, that's why. I'm sorry, beer made with sap? That sounds disgusting. I know, but it's not. It's actually not. The amber that these trees produce has amazing healing properties. The Mantid can't get enough of it. They consume it, they use it in their weapons and architecture. I've even heard legends that they embalm their great heroes and the stuff. Not that I would know anything about that. And you make a beer out of it. Well, exactly. The traditions of the Sap Masters reach back through countless generations. I am but one link in a chain of sap-thirsty Pandaren. Sometimes, however, I fear that I may be the final link. Well, you fearing something here in this zone is nothing new. Why is that, though? Also, note the sap that's just dripping behind them from the tree. The trees are dying. Kaipari Vor is already dead, a victim of the Shah. It will never again produce amber. It barely even looks like a tree anymore. The few amber-producing trees that remain are either being over-harvested by the Mantid or in danger of succumbing to Shah. Either way, no more sap means no more sap masters, at which point I'd have to return to my old job. And what was your old job? Dumpling presser. Oh.
May the red crane live forever in your...
The Mantid don't ever make my job easy, but now they've gone too far. We can fend off the occasional attack from Corvus, but now they are starting to surround us. What's worse, they're draining the amber from our tree. Oh, this will not stand. We need that amber to make beer. They've dug a burrow into the south side of the tree. I'm short-handed here. Can you take care of them for me?
Family, friends, food. These are what matter most.
Hello. When the horror comes arising and the heavens hum with war, our great vessel of salvation must be broken from its core. The scroll continues on for several stanzas. Perhaps somebody at the Sunset Brew Garden will be able to decipher its cryptic message. In the meantime, however...
It's too far away.
I just realized I have a fitting title for this zone. The Fearless. You know, because we're dealing with the Shaw of Fear in this zone. Never mind. I didn't even realize I had that, and I was like, oh, hey, that's kind of appropriate for this zone.
You have the eyes of one who has traveled much.
Huh, is that some sort of scroll? Would you mind if I take a look?
Travel safe.
This scroll is... This prophecy. It's terrifying.
I hope to see you again soon.
Sapmaster, look at this scroll. Describes a way to stop the Mantid. A way to stop the Shah. Let me see that. No, my student, look at these words here. Vessel, quench, recipe. This is a beer recipe. Yeah, beer! You are wrong, teacher. PapaNeeks, you will help me stop the Mantid? Ignore her. Help us brew this beer. Yeah! Beer! You can see why his title is The Chuggernaut.
Tell me of your travels.
We are not here to hurt anybody. We just want to make a little bit of brew out of this tree sap. Is that too much to ask?
May you find master.
About that scroll you found. I keep looking at that line in the second stanza, bound with wood and shade. The shade in particular intrigues me. I must admit, I've often considered taking some of the area's residual Shaw in essence and incorporating it into a brew. I suspect that is the shade which our recipe calls for. You want to make beer with Shaw essence. My gosh, Pandarians will make beer out of anything. You will find large amalgamations of Shaw to the southeast of our tree, though you may also be able to harvest some of from the local wildlife.
Slow down.
Nearby Shaw creatures have the shade I'm looking for, though you might find a little bit on the nearby wildlife. Good luck.
Welcome.
That old recipe said rending daggers of the great ones. Mushan, that's it! There's plenty of Mushan roaming out there with these great big teeth. They're as long as daggers. That's got to be what the recipe calls for.
There is no hurry.
Do you hear the river's song?
I have failed my fellow brewers. I took some supplies out to the clearing east of our tree, and I left them there. Now, with the Shah corrupting the land and the Manted on the prowl, it is too dangerous for me to bring them back. If you would help me look for them, perhaps I could regain some of my lost honor.
May your feet never dry.
Chen!
Oh, hello.
Forget about them, and forget the brew. We've got real work to do. The scroll mentions rending daggers of the Great Ones. I've got a feeling I know where to find them. A pair of Manted lieutenants patrol the Horde march to the south. Each one carries a ceremonial dagger. Bring those daggers back here. We may be on the brink of something big.
Farewell.
Chen, what are you doing here?
Seem a little parched.
Ah, PapaNeeks, it is so great to see you healthy and traveling so far. It would seem that our paths are quite tightly intertwined. I'm still looking for my family. I am told that several storm stouts came across the wall to help face the Manted threat. I mean to find them and join them. Have you seen anyone named Storm Stout come through here? Would you mind helping me ask around? Actually, there's one right here.
Hello.
Excuse me, is your name really Storm Stout? Yeah, Storm Stout, alright.
May the mists.
Hey, Leah, have you seen any Storm Stouts around here? Oh, you mean other than Lazy Dan over there? Sure, I spent some time with Evie before she went hunting up north. She's such a sweet girl. And of course, who could forget Mama Storm Stout?
May your days bring you joy.
Vu?
What wisdom?
Have you seen anyone named Storm Stout come through here? Why, yes, a few of them. The biggest one, Han, last went out to fight at Corvus. I haven't seen him in a few days, actually. I hope everything's alright.
Family, friends.
Big Dan, Han, Evie, and Mama. I understand. It seems like Dan will be safe here. I will go look for Evie, Han, and Mama Storm Stout. Take care.
May your journey be long. It is great.
It is great to see you again. You as well, Chad.
Stay longer, but I need to find out what has happened to the rest of the Storm Stouts. I sincerely hope our paths cross again.
I'm sorry if sometimes I talk over their voice acting. It's hard to know when I'm actually going to get voice acting, because sometimes it's just so random. But then again, Chen does have an actual voice actor, so I should expect it, but I don't know.
I need to get closer. I need to target something first. I'm out of range. It's too far away.
The Horde March. Huh. Look at all these lost mugs.
I'm out of range.
Chen. Oh, Evie. I was too late. She was so small, and I was too late. She should be given a proper burial. A little warrior like her deserves better than this. I'm sorry, Chen.
I need a target. I need to get closer.
Just some random lost picnic supplies. Well, that's certainly a great way to harvest them.
It's too far away.
Alright. Let's go meet up with Chen.
They say your name was Evie. They say you were a sweet girl. I never knew you, but you were family. May your journey in the next world be filled with joy and beauty. Farewell, Evie Stormstout.
I'm sorry, Chen. There will be a time for mourning later. For now, there are other Stormstouts to be found. They say that Han Stormstout was last seen exploring Corvus. I suspect he headed into that manted burrow just across the way. You should meet me down there. I don't doubt that I can handle a few manted by myself, but I would feel better with you by my side.
She looked.
I'm sure that's what really hurts for Chen right there. He was probably imagining, what if that happened to Lily? I mean, I don't blame him. It is a horrifying thought when you start seeing someone dead and thinking that they look similar to family. And you just think, gosh, I hope that never actually happens to my actual family. Ah! Okay. Oh hey, it's another demon R.
I don't have a target.
He's in the amber.
So, got any stories?
First Evie, now Han. I was too late again.
Come back with some stories. Another one. Lost. He may never know the peace of returning to the Earth, but at least he went out fighting. Come on. There is nothing more to be done here. I am going on ahead. They say Mama Stormstout is still out there somewhere.
Well, let's head on back and turn these in.
Welcome. Go.
You have brought me joy, traveler.
May the currents be strong.
I wonder how we'll mix those things into the brew. We can't grind them up, that'd be too gritty. Maybe I'll just soak them for a while.
Next one.
Oh, I never thought of putting Mushan teeth in a brew before, but that scroll's got some wacky ideas.
Jade Serpent, guide you. May the red crane
Beautiful.
live
This
forever.
will make a fine addition to our brew. The most dangerous ingredients are quite often the most delicious. That's... whatever.
Life is to be savored.
I hope
Those
to see you again
daggers,
soon.
look. They were built to fit together, but how to join them?
May your days bring you joy. Greetings.
Rending daggers of the Great Ones shall be bound with wood and shade. I've learned a lot about the Korthic Mantid in my time here. I know that they maintain shrines within their settlement, Corvus. One is a heart root of the very tree that they inhabit. The other is a dark pillar connecting them with their queen. These shrines are the wood and shade. If my predictions are right, then the daggers should react to their presence.
Farewell.
Tell me of your travels. May you find mastery in
Bound
your
with
passion.
wood. We don't typically brew with wood. Sap, yes, but not wood. We have on rare occasions infused our drinks with core wood from the treants to the west of here. Most of them have fallen to the mantid, but their remains should suffice for our recipe.
May the red crane live forever.
Slow down.
I'm no brewer, just looking at all those heaps of ingredients makes my head spin. Just put the brew in front of me when it's finished, thank you. No, I'm here to make sure that the brewers don't get cut in half while they are trying to make that perfect brew. It's not an easy job. The Korthic Mantid across this basin have been attacking us nightly. If you're already heading over there, then why don't you return the favor and attack a few of them?
Enough of that.
Well, alright. These poor treants. It's okay, they're dead, so that makes it totally fine to go ahead and pick apart their remains.
I'm out of range. I need to get closer.
By the way, I can't show it to you, but apparently an Amber Scorpion is one of the mounts you can get for getting exalted with the Klaxi. Let's see.
I'm out of range.
The heart root. Oh. Alright, so the blades reacted to the heart root. Now to find the mark of the Empress, which it looks like is up here. There it is. You've got the makings of a fine brew garden guard. Blood Elf, let me know if you ever get tired of the whole demon hunter thing.
Goodbye.
I can't really get tired of it. That's not really something I can just be like, well, I'm retiring from this.
Welcome.
Look, the daggers! They've bound together into a forked blade. We're on the right track. I knew this wasn't a beer recipe.
Travel safe.
What wisdom do you seek?
We don't know brew with wood here. It gives the brew a harsh, insipid flavor, not unlike that of the wine.
May you find...
I'll get these pieces prepared. We've already gathered quite a few of these ingredients. I'll have to get a pot boiling soon.
Slow down. Life is...
Olan had a clever idea. He thinks that we should visit the sprites to the west and ask them if they have any of these ingredients. Some of the elements to this recipe are seeming strange. The Rickatoon sprites have a village to the west of Corvus. I hope to see you there.
Family, friends,
Come on, Nolan.
these are what matter.
Brooty calls. Yeah! Beer! Where are you two going? Nowhere. Rickerton Village. Rickerton? That's it! Incantations Fey and Primal? That must refer to the Rickerton sprites. I'm going too. I'll see you there. Well, okay then. There you guys are. Well, I hope these villagers are okay with us doing this and being here.
You have the eyes of one who has traveled.
It's been a while since I brewed on the road.
May the red crane live forever in your heart.
I suspect that we're going to need the help of these sprites. We have 2 enchanted daggers bound together with wood and shade. Now we need someone to perform ancient incantations on our artifact. Before we ask for favors, let's show the sprites that we mean well. I heard that their leader talking about a pair of mist lurkers that kidnapped several of their villagers. If we slay these fog beasts, we may get the incantation we need in return.
Farewell.
Greetings, Wanderer.
I think that old paper said something about fiery wings. Those little dragons around here have wings. Well, they're kind of fiery in a way. You're quicker than me. Try catching some of these dragons, or at least slapping the powder off of them. No point in killing a harmless little dragon if all you want is the sparkle from the wings.
Next one is on me.
We are protected from the Mantid. Such was the agreement made so many millennia ago. These are forces from which we are not safe, however. The Kuiperites beneath the ground to the west will haunt us, chase us, even eat us. The mist lurkers eat our kind by the handful. Help our people, outsider. Defeat our enemies.
Oh, hold on. There's one more. The chief.
I know what you and the girl panda seek. We can perform the rite for you in time. First, I require aid. The seeds fall from our great mother tree. It is our responsibility to collect them, even in dangerous times like these. Escort my chanters to the mother seeds, that they may bring them back to the collection pit.
All right, chanters. Follow me. Excuse me, little litterlings. There we go. Get the dust. Get the dust. Oh, they can only do one at a time, it looks like. And we bring them over here? Yeah, this is the pit. Okay. Oh. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh, that MS.
I need to get closer.
Alright. That's 2. And now you grab that third one. And we're done. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm about to crash. Or be disconnected.
It's too far away.
You know what's interesting is that we were just helping some of these creatures in Town Long. Remember Orbis? And now here we are, killing some of them here, because they feast on the sprites here. Because the sprites asked us to help them against these things.
Closer. A target.
Alright, now to get more of these dragons with their dust. There's one. There's another. Okay, I think that's what I'm supposed to do to collect them better. Five more. There we go.
Yes, good. The mother seeds are taken care of. Now we may speak of our enchantment. Of your enchantment. It is good to have someone of your colossal size in our village. You have any uses?
Hello. There is no...
Yeah, flittering dust! This brew is turning out strange and pretty smelly. I'm starting to think that maybe Leah was right.
May the mists protect you.
Nice work. I've heard the sprites talking about us. We're getting their attention.
I hope to see you again soon.
It has been a very, very long time since our tribe has been called on to perform this rite. I will do the best I can.
The forked blade is ready and we have given our gift. Please perform your incantation.
Come.
Yeah, I'm not going to try and say that.
It is done. The blade is prepared. Now only one task remains. You must use it.
Tell me of your travels.
We have found the blades. Bound them together and with wooden shade and blessed them with an ancient incantation. If I'm not mistaken, it's time to use this thing. The sprite spoke of an ancient piece of sap within the amber hibernal, a manted cave near their empress's palace. That must be the blood of ancients that the prophecy spoke of. Whatever's inside that sap must be important. Good luck.
I have a feeling there's a paragon in this sap, since we are getting the same tuning fork that the Klaxi have been giving us.
Travel safe.
You are most welcome.
Leah and I agree on one thing. Blood of ancients is almost certainly the sap from the great trees of the area. I should know. I brew with the stuff all the time. The most ancient tree of all is the one that Grand Empress Shakzir calls her home, now known as the Heart of Fear. Find some amber from that tree and our brew should be complete.
Family, friends.
A chunk of solidified amber.
Yeah.
Also, notice that it's already letting us know this is for Lyokuk the Lucid. So yeah, there's a paragon in here. Yep. There's the amber. And now let's see. Aha. Awaken! Or rather, you guys move the rocks and then we will awaken him. Mama Storm Stout. Oh.
There! The Klaxi! Hold that crystal together! Don't let it escape!
The hatching hour is set.
It's too far away.
No! You will not keep me inside this abhorrent prison!
Freedom. For 877 years, I waited in that crystal, watching shadows pass through the cracks, counting decades. Now I am leading elsewhere.
What? Where? What is going on?
You were being mind controlled by some sort of malevolent ancient insect creature.
Oh, that. Bah! I've been through worse. And who exactly are you?
I am Chen Stormstout from the Wandering Isle.
Storm Stout? No, you're fooling. Really? A wandering isle Storm Stout here on Pandaria? Where's the rest of the family?
I will explain on the way back to the Sapmasters.
Yeah.
Let me just go ahead and double check this. No. There we are. Here it is. So you can see there are, it's an achievement to literally go around, and we just got him, so that'll get counted as well. We've got a few more as well to get. Yeah. But once this is also get exalted with the Klaxi. So once we do those, we get the title The Wakener. So that'll be fun to finally get that title. Like I said, I only did part of this, and I never finished it. I've also found out that a portion of this place was also kind of locked behind daily quests, which, yeah, I'm not a fan of that, you know, like, of actual, like, lore and story content being locked behind dailies. Well, get back here. Here we go. But, yeah.
Greetings.
There was a mantid inside that amber? I never would have thought that the solution to our war on the Mantid would be another Mantid. There are still many things I have left to learn, but I do know this. That certainly was not a beer recipe.
May your days bring you joy.
Slow down.
That should do it. Recipe complete. Now let's see how this beer tastes.
May you find mastery in your passions.
Yeah, that's pretty horrible. I think I'll call it Dread Brew. You want to try some? No, thank you. I think we've already proven that this was not a beer recipe. Very well. How about you, Olan? Yeah! Beer! Thank you for your help. We may not have made the best brew, but we have had quite an adventure. Feel free to take some brew from this keg whenever you're feeling adventurous. So, also apparently, Han is still in there, and he's just. All right, let's see what happens if we actually pour some of this brew. So we got a mug of Dread Brew. It's probably not a good idea to drink this. However, what happens if we pour it on the amber that Han is in? Ah! Ah! What happened? Last I remember, I was... What did you pour on me? It's disgusting! Gotta calm down now. A little confused. Just need to focus. Whoa, what's that thing? Do you want to fight? Why am I so dizzy? I'm going to... Yeah. Go ahead and sleep well, Han. Alright, so... we are now going to head down here to this place near Kapari Zar and see what's going to go on over here in the briny muck. Who knows? Maybe we may inadvertently find another Paragon. Stay tuned. And hopefully Blizzard will fix their connection issues.